Oh, it's time. Time to get radical.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to Radical Comment of the Week for January 20th through 26th. This is the best of the few people that did come by for that week. These are the honorable mentions. The honorable mentions come to us from the Autist Whisperer, the Alpha Incel, and Arioka. The bronze medal for this week comes to us from 9EG. I remember his debut and thinking, look at the size of this guy walking the ropes. 9EG left a comment on my tribute to The Undertaker. And that was from a couple years back. Remember when The Undertaker retired? Well, the thing about wrestling is, wrestlers tend to retire, then come back. You remember because Ric Flair retired, then came back to, what was the name of that wrestling promotion? TNA? Yeah, he came back to TNA. It's Impact now, if it's still even on TV. But he should have retired with that match with Shawn Michaels. Now, Shawn Michaels had one of the best WrestleMania matches at WrestleMania 25 with The Undertaker. That was prime Undertaker. Undertaker now, he still gets in there, he still gets in there and tries, but you just look at him and you're like, this guy probably should have retired. He probably should have retired when he actually retired a couple years ago. He should have left that hat in the ring, raised his fist one last time, and walked off. But he came back. And then each year you're like, is this his last match? Is this his last match? One thing I will say is, I hope he gets that last match with John Cena. Okay? I mean, that's, I think, his prime last opponent. Either that or maybe somebody that, I don't know, at this point, I don't know if there's a lot of value in really being that guy that beats The Undertaker for the last time. I don't know. You think of a lot of names, maybe Aleister Black, maybe Finn Balor, as his alter ego. But you talked about, you said, look at the size of the guy walking the ropes. I mean, he's a big guy. I mean, Kane is bigger. There's bigger wrestlers, right? But to see someone that big, that agile, literally walking the ropes for one of his maneuvers. I mean, in the match with Shawn Michaels, again at WrestleMania 25, jumping over the top ropes. And when he hit Shawn, listen to it. Okay, it might be just, it might not be what it sounds like, but it sounds like he shattered his shoulder. It sounds like bones cracking. Okay? And Undertaker, I mean, yeah, I think one of my favorite matches, other than the Shawn Michaels match, was, of course, the Hell in the Cell with, Mankind. Everybody talks about that one. Just to think that he's been doing it for so freaking long. It's such a high level. I don't know. I mean, I just don't see anybody, of course, not having that kind of a WrestleMania streak, which is what he's known for. But as a big man, I don't think anybody is going to ever outdo him as what I think would be the best big man in wrestling. What do y'all think? Spanning WWE, WCW, do you think Undertaker is by far and away the best big man in wrestling? Or is it the great Khali? Thank you, 9EG. The silver medal going to come to us from, and this one was close. Silver medal comes to us from Art Bell. A recent Canadian gamer video has the title Comment Preservation, so I had to chime in. Not trying to show off here, which means that I am. I came up with the goofy term comment preservation, half in jest, but now it comes off as future thinking with so many uber sensitive content removers because feelings. Thanks to the unique special snowflakes, the fruit cups, the 14-year-olds, the running shoe lighters, which includes Uncle Canadian now sneaking in a dirty sneaker we need to kneel before Zod to, I noticed that you don't honor a few zingers left under every video. Comment of the day, we have the shakes, waiting for a comment curationist named Ravishing Rick Polite. Come on, pal, how about you and DT do some heavy comment lifting for a few weeks? I gots the comment metal shakes, yo. P.S. My YouTube Gaming Comment Museum is opening on the 12th of Never, folks. Leaky Game Comment Museum basement scam is coming soon. Please have donos waiting. Leave wallet on the table where I can e-grab it. Thanks to all my pay sheep. Shearing coming Soon, suckers! Well, Art. I didn't know you were the one that came up with the term comment preservation. What now, do you think you're special? What, do you want, a cookie? I've got some right here. That's the wrong channel, I know. This is not the Chips Ahoy channel. Put those to the side. When we think about comment preservation, what comes to my mind is John Hancock's channel. We remember Super Andrew 64. Remember that upload where I focused on that very humble comment he left? That was, it got, I think, 64, 65, 60, might have been 70. It got up to 70 likes. And then I featured it, and we talked about how, I think it was just him asking, will John delete this? Will he delete this? And then he wound up deleting it. Seriously, you can't make this shit up. He left a comment saying, will John delete this? And then John winds up deleting it. Okay, that was one of his worst moments of 2019. But he just doesn't have any fucking shame. Doesn't have any fucking shame. So that speaks a lot to the character of John. And you speak of YouTube Gaming Comment Museum. Well, I think I've told you all this before. Through 2019, I have a folder, a master folder, where I've kept just about, not every comment, the honorable mentions. They were sometimes just clips that didn't have the full comment. But, you know, you are Nick T. Wolf, Shelf Warmer. I have a folder just full of these comments. I just don't have the heart to delete them. I don't. They don't take up a lot of space in that folder, you know, megabyte wise. But I thought about maybe just putting a lot of your comments and other people's comments in separate folders. You know, like you say, a gaming comment museum. Because they're special to me. You know, to think that I would have a channel one day where people like yourself would come to every day sometimes and leave these amazing comments, you know? Thank you, Art Bell. Now we get to the big kahuna. The gold medal comes to us from T is Dead. What's anyone's end game with a pastime? Have fun with friends. You've caused ripples in what used to be steady waters. Hopefully any YouTubers thinking of putting their hat out and hoisting a "we'll promote for money" sign will think twice now, or understand morally what they're giving up. Personally, I have a more permissive attitude towards Patreon. If what they're offering is professional grade work, then I consider signing up. Still wouldn't, but it'd get a pass. These YouTubers are offering viewers a seat at the cool kids lunch table. Give me money and I'll friend you. Hell, pay enough money and they might even read your comment or answer a short question. So keep that cash a-flowing. Viewed this way, your pariah status in the video game community was almost always assured. You give your viewers the same community for free. You're a damn scab, Rick. I think in the past year I made all the metal tiers and had extended chats with you in the comment section. That's what these tubers fans want and are paying to try to get. You're undercutting them. It's funny YouTube calls these channels since most of them play out like old community stations on cable television, with Metal Jesus, Woods, and the rest acting like those horrible used car salesmen that would make us all continue flipping through the channels. Come on down. Wait. Come on down! Buy one of these beautiful automobiles and you can dunk me in this tank! Pay me Patreon money and I'll fly to Japan and mock this suicide's corpse. Bankroll my museum fantasy, dream is too nice of a term, and I'll call you a retard in front of 1 million people, to quote Crass. It's all the fucking same. You give everyone, fans and non-fans alike, the same space to speak their mind and to try to get thoughtful responses. Think of it this way. Most of these YouTubers want you to buy into their fan club, while also openly bashing their own comment section because it's vile and brutal. Meanwhile, your comment section is always full of constructive comments where differing opinions can exchange views without descending into name-calling. How does the saying go? Birds of a feather. So, as this comment comes late, congrats on your 5,000 subscribers and a manic year of talking. Here's to looking forward to whatever you have in store for the channel in the future. Edited fix my horrible spelling / grammatical errors. While I don't mind editing and everything, T is Dead, right? I don't mind the editing. This was a bright spot on that very slow week. You came by and you were so dedicated to the channel, even after I had seemingly left and said goodbye, you still came by. And on the videos I still had up, I think you left this on the 5,000 upload. You left this really amazing comment. And like I said, in response to Art Bell, that's what it's about for me. That's one big part of it, is it's so amazing to get all these people coming to the channel and leaving comments like this. I look at it like this, and you compared me to a lot of our YouTubers. I know I'm smaller than a lot of the other YouTubers that you compare me to, but if something happened and I grew, and I grew, and I grew, nothing would change about this. You say that I undercut them. If it's one thing I like to do, and one thing I want to do with Comment of the Day, is to show that someone could actually upload to YouTube daily and appreciate their audience in something like Comment of the Day. It certainly wasn't the most amazing type of video series. Some people called it a show. Like, some people actually referred to it as a show and that people were on my show. I never really kind of saw it like that. I mean, I'm self-aware. Other people look farther into it and they refer to it as a show. And I don't know. I just see it as me replying to comments. It's a very simple concept. But sometimes you can take a very simple concept and you can run with it. You said that I've caused ripples in what used to be steady waters, at least when it comes to the gaming community, right? I think I did a lot of that in 2019. There were people I challenged, okay? There were certain individuals, maybe about 10, 15, 20, the regular rogues gallery of people that I challenged. And one big challenge was Patreon, PayPal, Super Chats. I looked at it in a very simple way. And I think a lot of them, they don't really look at it, or they don't care to look at it on the other side. Like, would they donate to them? Would they donate to them for what they're uploading, for what they're producing? And of course, you say that some channels do have professional grade work, professional grade channels. So is that what it is? We set that apart. I brought it up before, and I hope this person doesn't mind me bringing them up again. And I just watched a GameSack upload. I think it was the cheating video where he talked about people that cheat on their spouses. No, he talked about video game cheating. Now, some people might look at that and say, well, he put a lot of time in that upload. We think that's professional grade work. I would say he doesn't deserve any money for that. Okay, he's getting money, he's getting ad revenue. But some people might say, hey, this seems like a good fella and he's creating professional grade work, so we're going to toss him a couple dollars a month on Patreon. I would look at that and say, well, how many tiers are on that Patreon? How high does it go up? Exactly how much money are you expecting from your audience? I don't know. Maybe I don't have all the answers. Maybe I just have one opinion. But through this challenge 2019, I wanted to make people think, okay? Not just the people thinking about donating, to not donate, and to go buy themselves a fucking video game or something, but for the people that are asking and requesting of money. Some people might call them e-beggars. Some people might say, hey, that person hasn't reached a level of an e-beggar. They're not like a DSP. They're not exactly asking. But I will argue and I will hold to it that, just like I said in 2019, if you have a Patreon, you are asking. You expect people to give you money. You are holding that Patreon tin cup out and you are expecting people to give you money. And you have to make the argument, are you providing enough for that individual? Are your YouTube hobby videos enough for people to consider giving you money? Is your entertainment enough for that? Let's consider Netflix is $10 a month, and look at all the entertainment you get from there. So there's an open discussion to be had. I know mine is not the only opinion. The thing is, T is dead. What's different about this channel and a lot of other channels is I want to harvest an open discussion. Maybe that's not the best word. There's another. Cultivate? Okay. I want to cultivate an open discussion. And sometimes I'll have my opinion and my views on something, and I'll push it and I'll push my argument. But I want people to know that everyone is welcome here as long as you're respectful and you're not a dickbag in the comment section. If you're respectful and you have a differing opinion than myself or Tia's dad or anyone else, just be respectful to others and their opinions. Or I'll tell you to fuck off. Be respectful, right? Okay. Are we going to end it there? I think we'll end it there. That was good. Not my best, right? But I got to get back in the rhythm of this, right? Maybe I'll do another one of these in a couple hours because I'm behind. And I tell you what, you got to be terrible to be behind on a weekly show, okay? I just slapped myself. Come on, get back in the game, Rick. Get back in the fucking game.